So it's Sunday and Dan and Chris are here painting on their day off.
Hi.
These two have volunteered for some time and I just thought I'd take this opportunity to have a quick chat with them and find out what life is like here. Dan,
Yes.
with you first.
Yes.
So how long have you been here?
I've been here for a month. I've been volunteering with Rodco for a month.
Okay.
Yeah, and I really like it. I really love working with the children.
What made you decide to come here of all places? I know in the past you've been to South Africa and you've done other things, but...
Yeah, that's a really good question. I'm just going to close this.
That's fine, it's a nice song.
What made me choose India? I don't know. I think because my best friend, he's originally from India, and then I just thought, you know, he's a nice guy. I bet the Indian people are really nice. And then, so I came here to volunteer with the Indians.
Mm-hmm.
But then I heard about the Tibetan in Dharamsala,
Mm-hmm.
and I thought that was really nice also. And then I wanted to come and see by myself. And I learned so many things about it. Yeah, so at first, this was a storage room.
Mm-hmm.
It was really dirty, messy, and
Dirty.
yeah, dirty.
Yeah, we found seven spiders.
7 spiders is a huge one. And,
Oh, no snakes though, so that's good.
No snakes.
No snakes. Thankfully.
And then the manager, he didn't have money or anything, so he wanted to put newspaper all around.
Mm.
And they killed
Yeah.
them play with newspaper.
I mean, they really struggle to make ends meet here, and I
Yeah.
think they do a fantastic job with the money that they do have. And
Yeah.
this
especially
room
the
you're saying
manager.
was a storage room, and you know who's going to wallpaper it in newspaper, and you know you guys have done a fantastic job. I think you bought this blackboard today, right, Dan?
Yeah, we did, so that they can learn something at least.
That's nice.
And even the manager, he's a very good guy. Like he's actually a
He
handyman.
works. Yeah,
He does everything here.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, no, I agree. The manager he hardly does this for the small pay that he gets. He does it purely
Yeah.
for the love, and he's here all of the time. And
he's really good with children.
And he's very, very.
yeah, you can really tell him and the staff really caring, and you know we come and go. We spend 3 weeks, a month, 2 months sometimes, and you know these guys do this every day, all day,
Yeah.
all year.
And like he said, I quote him. He says, "If you do anything from your heart, like that's what counts." So later, like you should paint with us. Even if
I'm gonna paint. You'll have to show me an area that's discreet, just in case I ruin it. Yeah, but
I don't think you can ruin it.
but that's fine. So Chrissa, all the way from Mexico City. Why did you decide to come here?
Well, it's gonna sound silly, but when I was really little, I saw the Little Princess movie. And that's when India like really called me. So I wanted to go India since then. Then I learned about the Tibetan class because of a project with school, and then they asked us if we wanted to come here. So I said yes,
Uh-huh.
and we came.
That's good. And it's strange that I should turn up and you two should disappear. I think tomorrow or the next day. So
Yeah.
So last day.
I'm leaving the 1st of January.
Yeah.
So, and my last day in Rockville was this Friday.
Mm. Okay. And so this room is not for the under 3-year-olds. This room's for the older children.
Yeah.
So when they leave the baby centre upstairs, they then have some education to move on to. And I know because they're finding it so tough with money and trying to make ends meet. I know the manager's trying to lay on some lessons with both of your help at the moment with the age group that you're looking after, but in the future I think he's trying to get a teacher to come from Tibet and to do some education for the children.
There was supposed to be a teacher that comes here last week, but she didn't show up, so I don't know why. So he's really struggling to find somebody. He doesn't want the kids just to stay here and do nothing.
Mm.
He's like really trying to teach them something.
So how old are the kids that you look after down here?
So here there are kids that are from 4 to
7.
8. There's one.
4 years old to 8, and upstairs it's 3 and under, and on Friday we saw them open some presents that I brought across from the UK. So that was amazing to see their smiles. And
like they have so much knowledge about don't be attached to the person that made them or the country that made them like hunger or treating them badly. They only want to be better. They don't stop and go against somebody or some country.
No violence.
No violence. They only want to go better and find new ways of life.
yeah, no, it's
That's
interesting.
amazing.
A lot of that's linked to obviously the Buddhism. I was talking to a monk the other day, and you know, in the West we perhaps attach quite a lot to, you know, cars, jobs, material things which we think make us happy. Yeah, but talking to the monk, it's quite clear that, you know, from an early age they really try to they look at themselves from the inside out, if you will. Yeah.
Yeah.
And they become perhaps stronger people. They don't need validation from parents, from communities, from where they were born, and they are just strong.
Yeah, it is really crazy how back at home for Christmas, for example, some people would line up just to get the new iPhone, while people here are lining up, walking to remember somebody that died for their life. And,
Yeah.
you know, for a better life, and I find it like really two different worlds. I've been talking to my friends on the phone, and then the problem that they have, you know, about work and not getting enough money, or like not getting like, the car they had, or like the iPhone, having enough iPhone, and so they couldn't have it for Christmas. I just thought, wow, we're totally in a different world, you know, like like in the Western countries where we live at, like all of our problems are so small compared to.
In comparison.
Yeah. And also to like the impermanency of stuff, like that was the thing about Buddhism that I really like loved. That they know that nothing lasts forever. So they are not attached to the idea of something because they know that will finish.
Yeah.
Their life will finish at some time. So they know that even though they are suffering right now, or they don't have to worry about that because it will finish. And they have like a really nice thing. They say that if there's something to worry about, but that can be resolved, you have to stop worrying about it. And if you are worrying about something that can't be resolved, stop worrying about it because it has no way to solve it out. So.
Very, very much seems to be this inner belief that, you know, come what may, everything will work out for the best, which is incredible to see in operation.
If everybody was willing to help a little bit, it can make a huge difference in parts of the world like this.
You know, you're right. If people just give a small amount, those small amounts soon add up to something big.
It's not about the amount.
It's the gesture.
It's the gesture. Like even if you're like, you know what? Instead of having a coffee today, I will give it. No, it. A lot of people are scared that I'm gonna give the money. I don't know where it goes.
It won't be used correctly.
It won't be used correctly.
Yeah.
But you know what? If everybody thought that way, there would be zero money for the help. And if you give it to somebody that you trust, like yourself, like if your friends give it to you, like they will know where it's coming from.
And at least it's not going through a third-party organisation through a number of hands, and it's coming straight to where it's needed. I was talking to the baby centre manager the other day, and he was saying that they have a facility here where they make gifts and garments that they sell in the Rogpa shop here, just on the street in Ganj. And they also ship it off to Korea. They have a shop in Korea as well, so they get money in that way and then through sponsorship and things. But you know, they really struggle, and I thought it'd be good to pick your brains because you've been here a month each, pretty much. And I just wondered, you know, I'm busy raising money at the moment. It'd be interesting to know how you think that money could be best used here.
Well, like all the things that are here in this classroom, we paid it because they don't have the money to maintain the facilities. So to have like money to maintain what they already have, that should be really important, because if not, like all the things will get like used and
Yeah.
and bad.
It's very, very cold. Very, very, very cold, and it's old stuff, and like, you know, like even this, if you look at it, it's temporary. I mean,
Yeah.
I mean, the kids, look at all the dust that there's under, you know, it's not healthy. I mean, if we had this in our countries, it would shut down, because it's
Health and safety would
Yeah.
shut it down immediately. No, I agree. And you know, some of the things that spring to mind, even just 2 days being here. First is obviously the temperature. There's no heating at all upstairs.
freezing.
And even if they had heating, how would they then pay for the electricity? So there's those thoughts. When I spoke to the baby centre manager, the main costs are renting this accommodation, you know.
Yeah.
So he has to pay rental and salary for, even though it's a very small salary, for the 6 staff that they have.
Yeah, and I think also they need money. If they had more money, they would be able to hire teachers.
Yeah.
For here, that would be really good for the children. So instead of just being here and playing and, you know,
being
they could-
taken care of.
yeah,
Especially for the older children.
yeah,
Yeah.
And
they are very smart. They could learn a lot.
And relatively, they're not so expensive, these teachers. And yet,
Exactly.
you know, a teacher for a year will make a huge difference to the older children. And even for the children upstairs at the baby centre side of things, I was talking to the guy who prepares the meals and does the cleaning, and you know, there's an old dryer machine there, but it's broken, and he has to hand wash all of the napkins, all of the bibs, the clothes that people are sick and that on, and they can't dry it fully because it's so cold, and even in the summer it rains continuously. So I think a washer dryer was the other idea that I had.
That's a really good idea. And also, like, I talked to the manager, and he told me his dreams. He's here to help the people. And he said when he dies, if the whole building here belonged to Rokpa and fill with children, he would be happy.
That would be a good legacy to him.
Yeah, he said that's his goal in life.
Yeah.
Is to make Rokpa bigger, help the most children possible.
Yeah.
Have all of this building that belongs to him instead of renting. That's his long-term dream, but like a step at a time.
Also, I would add like health things, like kids here. I know it's not like a thing of the teachers, but most of the parents, but they have like really bad dental care.
Yes.
So maybe like some equipment so the teachers can teach them how to take
Brush
care.
your teeth.
Yeah, because they are old enough to brush their teeth.
Mm-hmm.
And they are old enough to take care about. Some of them don't use underwear,
Mm-hmm.
so or they don't clean themselves after going to the bathroom and stuff like that. And that kind of stuff, they only make them sicker, and most like they will have to, you know, have more money to
Mm-hmm.
be healthy again. So
And I think also nappies, even, you know, from the baby centre side of things upstairs also, the nappies they use kind of quite sparingly because they don't have so much money to buy the new nappies, and
Yeah.
Exactly.
and you know, it'd be nice to change the nappies more frequently. And I think this is fantastic what you guys are doing with the painting in this room. What was a storage room, and he was going to wallpaper it in newspaper.
yeah.
So you put a lot of effort into finishing this up before you go, and you've left your mark on this place.
This is our legacy.
Yeah, indeed. That's great. Okay, well, I'll put this down. I'll help you do some painting.
Yay!
I'll try not to ruin what you've done already.
It's impossible to win.
Thank you.
Bye
Bye.
bye.